What if I told you that while the world sleeps, your mind could be quietly reprogramming itself to attract the exact life you've always dreamed of? Not tomorrow, not next year, but starting tonight. The hours you spend asleep aren't just for rest, they're the most powerful untapped window for transforming your reality. Most people waste this time letting random thoughts and worries run the show, but a few understand how to turn those silent hours into a direct channel for manifestation. And that's exactly what you're about to discover. Imagine this. You close your eyes, drift into sleep, and while your body is still, your subconscious is working like a magnet, pulling the right opportunities, people, and circumstances toward you. No extra effort, no endless hustle, just the right thoughts planted in the right way so they take root deep in your mind and begin reshaping the world around you. Sounds almost too good to be true? That's because most people have never learned how to harness this hidden mental state. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact process to align your subconscious with your desires, so that while you sleep, the universe is already rearranging the pieces of your life in your favor. But there's one thing you must understand first. This isn't about wishful thinking or vague dreams. It's about precision, intention, and triggering the mental switches that most never touch. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn how to plant the seeds of abundance, love, success, and opportunity so deeply into your mind at night they can't help but grow during the day. The secret, it's not in working harder, it's in working smarter, even when your eyes are closed. When you drift into sleep, something remarkable happens. Your conscious mind takes a back seat, and the gates to your deepest mental programming swing wide open. This is the realm where your beliefs, habits, and patterns live. The part of you that decides what's possible and what's not. Often without you even realizing it. During the day, your conscious thoughts are busy filtering information, questioning and doubting. But at night, those barriers dissolve, allowing direct access to the core of your mental blueprint. Think of your mind as fertile soil. In the daytime, it's hard and compact, resisting change. But at night, it's freshly tilled and ready to receive seed. Those seeds are your intentions, visualizations, and affirmations. And if planted correctly, they begin to grow without resistance. The reason this time is so powerful is because your brain naturally moves through different wave states as you fall asleep. In the moments before deep sleep, you pass through the theta state, which is known for heightened creativity, deep relaxation, and increased suggestibility. This is the golden hour for imprinting new beliefs and desires. Most people unknowingly feed their subconscious with random thoughts, fears, or even negative content before bed, essentially planting weeds instead of the life they want. The key is to become intentional with what you allow into your mind in those final moments before sleep. Instead of scrolling through social media or replaying stressful events from the day, you could be feeding your mind clear, vivid mental images of the life you're creating. It's not about forcing yourself to think positive. It's about creating an emotional connection so strong that your subconscious treats your desired outcome as if it's already real. When this happens, your brain begins working overnight to align your reality with that inner picture, influencing your decisions, attracting opportunities, and sharpening your awareness in the waking world. Once you understand how to direct this inner powerhouse, your nightly routine becomes more than just rest. It becomes a private workshop for designing your future. The process is simple but requires consistency. Choose your intention. Immerse yourself in the feeling of it being done, and allow those emotions to carry you into sleep. Over time, this nightly practice transforms from a quiet habit into a powerful force, reshaping your life in ways you never thought possible. Clarity is magnetic. When you know exactly what you want, the mind naturally begins to search for ways to bring it to you. But most people go to bed with a cloud of random thoughts, half-formed dreams, scattered worries, and mental noise. The problem, a blurry desire produces blurry results. If you want your subconscious to work for you while you sleep, you must hand it a crystal clear blueprint. Picture this. You're giving a GPS a vague command like, "Take me somewhere nice." It might take you anywhere or nowhere at all. But if you input a specific destination, it knows exactly how to get you there. Your mind works the same way. Before you sleep, you have the opportunity to give it precise coordinates for what you want, whether that's a financial goal, a new relationship, improved health, or inner peace. The secret is in the details. Don't just say, "I want more money." Define the amount, the way you want it to come, and how it will feel when it arrives. Instead of thinking, I want to be healthier, see yourself waking up with energy, feeling light in your body, and moving through your day with vitality. The richer the mental image, the stronger the emotional pull, and the more power it holds over your subconscious. Emotion is the glue that makes your intentions stick. If your goal doesn't excite you, move you, or give you that spark of possibility, it will fade into the background noise of your thoughts. That's why it's essential to visualize your desired outcome with as much sensory detail as possible. See it, hear it, feel it. Let the joy, gratitude, or excitement of already having it fill your mind before you drift off. This isn't about obsessing or forcing the outcome. It's about programming your inner mind with a clear, vibrant image so it can work on it all night long. Once you've set that intention, release it with trust. Just like planting a seed, you don't dig it up to check if it's growing. You water it with faith and let nature do the rest. The same principle applies here. Give your mind the exact vision. Let go and watch as life begins to bend in its direction. Your mind doesn't know the difference between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. That's why a well-crafted mental image can become the blueprint your subconscious uses to shape reality, and the moments before you drift into deep sleep are the perfect gateway to make this happen. The key is immersion. Don't just see a picture in your mind, step inside it. If you're visualizing a dream home, don't hover above it like an observer. Walk through the rooms, run your fingers along the walls, smell the fresh paint or polished wood. If your goal is financial freedom, feel the weight of the money in your hands, hear the satisfying click of a transaction going in your favor, and notice the calm confidence in your voice when you talk about your life. The richer your sensory details, the more your subconscious treats the image as real. But there's another layer: emotion. A flat, emotionless visualization is like watching a silent movie. It lacks the energy to stick. Emotion is the fuel that burns the image into your mental fabric. Feel the gratitude of already having what you want, the joy of living in that reality, the relief of knowing it's yours. To make this even more powerful, pair your visualizations with rhythmic breathing. Slow, deep breaths signal to your body and mind that it's safe and relaxed, allowing you to drop into the theta brainwave state faster. This state is the sweet spot for planting new beliefs. With each inhale, imagine drawing your vision closer. With each exhale, release any tension or doubt. Keep your visualization simple but consistent. One clear, emotionally charged scene is more potent than a scattered slideshow of different desires. Night after night, replay this same mental movie before sleep, letting it fade naturally into your dreams. Over time, your subconscious will begin reorganizing your thoughts, habits, and even external circumstances to match the world you've been building in your mind. This is not wishful thinking, it's deliberate mental conditioning. By feeding your mind the same vivid experience night after night, you're training it to expect and create that reality. And when expectation and reality align, manifestation stops being a mystery and becomes an inevitable outcome. The words you speak to yourself before sleep are like commands given to the most advanced computer you'll ever own. Your subconscious mind, unlike your waking thoughts which get filtered and questioned, nighttime affirmations bypass the mental gatekeeper and go straight into the operating system, shaping the beliefs that guide your actions and attract your experiences. The trick isn't to mindlessly repeat generic phrases. It's to choose affirmations that resonate so deeply they spark an emotional response. If the words feel hollow or unbelievable, your mind will reject them. But when an affirmation feels personal, vivid, and aligned with your desires, it begins to overwrite limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, instead of saying, "I am rich," you could say, "I attract opportunities that multiply my income easily and consistently," or "Money flows to me in ways that feel natural and exciting." Timing matters. In the quiet moments before drifting off, your brain transitions into slower wave patterns, alpha, then theta, where suggestibility peaks. This is when your affirmations sink in without resistance. To make them even more potent, speak them softly or repeat them in your mind, while pairing each one with the emotion of already having what you desire. Feel the relief, gratitude, and joy as if it's already your reality. You can also combine affirmations with visualization for a double impact. As you affirm, "I am confident in every situation," picture yourself walking into a room with unshakable self-assurance. When you say, "I am worthy of love and respect," see yourself surrounded by people who value and uplift you. Linking words with mental images strengthens the impression on your subconscious. For those who prefer a hands-off approach, recorded affirmations played on a low volume through the night can continue reinforcing your beliefs while you sleep. Just ensure they're positive, specific, and free from any negative phrasing. Over time, these nightly declarations begin to feel less like hopeful statements and more like unquestionable truths. And when a belief takes root at this level, your behavior, decisions, and even the opportunities you notice start to shift in alignment. That's when you know the rewiring has begun and your external world will soon follow. Your environment is a silent architect of your thoughts. The space you fall asleep in can either amplify your intentions or quietly sabotage them. If your surroundings are cluttered, chaotic, or filled with distractions, your mind absorbs that energy before slipping into the subconscious state. But when your space is calm, intentional, and aligned with your desires, it becomes a natural amplifier for manifestation. Think about how you feel when you enter a tidy, softly lit room versus one that's messy and noisy. One invites relaxation and focus. The other breeds restlessness. The subconscious thrives in a setting that signals safety and comfort. This means keeping your sleeping area free from unnecessary clutter, choosing colors that soothe rather than stimulate, and surrounding yourself with items that represent peace and abundance. Lighting plays a huge role. Dim, warm light before bed tells your body it's time to wind down, helping you transition into deeper brainwave states where manifestation work is most effective. Harsh, bright lighting keeps your mind alert and distracted. The same goes for noise. Soft, calming sounds or complete silence will help your mind open the affirmations, visualizations, or guided audios you're using. Your bed itself should feel inviting. Comfortable sheets, a supportive pillow, and a fresh, clean scent create a sensory signal of relaxation. This isn't about luxury, it's about removing physical discomfort, so your focus stays on your mental practice, not your body's complaint. Consider adding subtle symbols of your goals to the space. A vision board on a nearby wall, a small object that represents your intention, or even a written affirmation placed where you can see it before closing your eyes. These act as gentle reminders, priming your mind to focus on your desires as you drift off. Finally, remove digital distractions. Scrolling through your phone right before bed floods your brain with information and emotions that compete with your intention. Replace that time with your manifestation practice, visualization, affirmations, or gratitude journaling. When your environment supports your goals, it doesn't just help you relax, it aligns your inner and outer world. This alignment creates a seamless path for your subconscious to accept and act on your desires, turning your bedroom into a powerful space for transformation. Words on paper have power, especially when they carry the energy of belief and gratitude. Before you sleep, your mind is highly receptive, making it the perfect time to script your desires as if they've already happened. This isn't just journaling your thoughts, it's consciously designing your reality in written form, so your subconscious begins to treat it as true. The secret is to write in the present tense, as if you are already living the life you want. Instead of saying, "I want to travel the world," write, "I am so grateful for the freedom to explore beautiful destinations whenever I choose." The present tense structure bypasses the mental barrier of someday and roots your vision firmly in the now, which is the language your subconscious understands best. Gratitude amplifies this effect. When you mix your desires with genuine thankfulness, you send a powerful message that you trust and appreciate the process. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance, signaling to your mind and to the universe that you are already in the flow of receiving. A good practice is to list 3 to 5 things you're truly grateful for from your current day, then transition into scripting what you're manifesting. This way your brain blends real lived experiences of gratitude with your envisioned future, making it feel even more. The emotional tone matters just as much as the words. As you write, pause to feel the emotions behind each sentence. If you script about a new home, imagine the comfort of waking up there. If you write about financial success, feel the relief and joy of that freedom. Emotion is the adhesive that makes these written intentions stick in your subconscious. You don't need pages of writing. A focused 5 to 10 minutes is enough. Keep a dedicated journal near your bed so this becomes a nightly ritual. Over time, you'll start noticing subtle shifts, inspired ideas, new opportunities, and synchronicities aligning with what you've written. When you combine scripting with gratitude before sleep, you create a potent mental loop, planting seeds of desire in fertile soil while watering them with appreciation. The result is a subconscious mind programmed to seek and create the reality you've already claimed on paper. While you sleep, your mind remains active, quietly processing information without the interference of conscious thought. This makes the night an ideal time to feed it positive, targeted messages through subliminals or guided meditations. Done right, this method can bypass resistance and install new beliefs directly into the subconscious, beliefs that shape the way you think, feel, and act during the day. Subliminals work by embedding affirmations beneath layers of soothing music, nature sounds, or ambient noise. You may not consciously hear the words, but your subconscious does. Because there's no conscious filter to argue or reject them, the messages slip in effortlessly, gradually replacing old programming with new, empowering scripts. The key is choosing recordings that align with your specific goals, whether it's confidence, wealth, healing, or success, and sticking with them consistently. Guided meditations take a more active role by leading your mind through visualizations, relaxation exercises, and affirmations. A good guided session can calm your nervous system, open the doorway to the theta brainwave state, and plant vivid mental images that stick. These sessions often combine storytelling with suggestion, allowing your subconscious to experience the life you want while your body rests. For maximum effect, set up your audio so it plays at a comfortable, barely noticeable volume. Too loud and it disrupts your sleep. Too soft and it fades away entirely. Looping the audio throughout the night ensures your mind receives a steady stream of reinforcement. Environment matters here too. Use headphones only if they're designed for sleep, or play the audio on a speaker in a quiet, distraction-free room. And always choose content from a trustworthy source. The messages you're programming into your mind should be intentional, positive, and free from hidden negativity. Over time, you may notice subtle shifts. You respond to situations differently, feel more aligned with your goals, and begin attracting opportunities that match the affirmations you've been hearing. These changes might feel natural because they're happening from the inside out. Your subconscious is quietly reconfiguring your mindset to match the reality you've been feeding it. By making subliminals or guided meditations part of your nightly routine, you're turning your sleeping hours into a powerful workshop for transformation, working on your dreams even while you rest. The moment you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every morning to check if it's growing. You trust that beneath the soil, life is taking shape. Manifestation works the same way. Once you've set your intention, visualized it, and programmed your subconscious, your role shifts from active creation to patient allowance. Constantly questioning or doubting the outcome is like interrupting a masterpiece mid-painting. It slows the process and dilutes the result. Trust isn't passive, it's a powerful signal to both your mind and the universe that you believe your desire is already on its way. This belief keeps your energy aligned, your actions inspired, and your awareness tuned to notice the opportunities that lead you closer to your goal. When you trust, you stop forcing things to happen in a specific way or on a rigid timeline. Instead, you leave space for solutions and pathways you couldn't have imagined on your own. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you release the grip of desperation. Desperation sends a signal of lack, which tells your subconscious that you don't have what you want. Trust sends the opposite message: abundance, security, and certainty. This mental and emotional state becomes a magnet for experiences that match it. Practical trust is about continuing your nightly practices, visualization, affirmations, scripting, while also living your days fully engaged with the present moment. You enjoy the process without obsessing over when the finish line will appear. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the times life has surprised you with solutions you never expected. The universe often works in ways that don't make sense until you look back. A delay might be protecting you. A rejection might be redirecting you. What feels like a detour could be the most direct path to what you've asked for. Your job is to keep your internal state in harmony with your desire, so when it arrives, you're ready to receive it. When you combine intention with trust, you move into a flow where results unfold naturally. This is when manifestation stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like a partnership between you and the unseen forces that are always at work on your behalf. Every night, you're handed a window of pure potential, a chance to reshape your beliefs, align your energy, and set powerful forces in motion while your body rests. The truth is, manifestation isn't about grinding harder or endlessly chasing your dreams. It's about learning to work with the part of your mind that never sleeps and letting the universe meet you halfway. When you set clear intentions, feed your subconscious with vivid images and affirmations, create a supportive environment, and practice gratitude, you're not just hoping for change, you're programming it. But the most important part of this process is trust. Once you've planted the seed, you allow it to grow without interference. You don't need to micromanage how or when your desires will show up. Your job is to align your inner state so completely with your vision that it becomes inevitable. The rest, that's handled by forces far greater than your conscious mind can control. The beauty of this approach is that it turns your sleeping hours into a silent partner in your success. Every night becomes a ritual of creation, and every morning becomes a step closer to the life you've been building in your mind. It's subtle, but over time the shifts are undeniable. New ideas appear, opportunities align, and life begins to reflect the pictures you've been painting before you close your eyes. So tonight, don't just fall asleep, create. Treat those final moments before rest as sacred.